This was the Village Museum, the open-air museum from Bucharest. Inside there are some 200 constructions from different parts, all the ethnographical regions of Romania. This one is a house from Bistrița-Năsăud, from the district of Bistrița-Năsăud. It dates back to late 19th century, and it's a typical wooden house from that part. This kind of fence would be specific to mountainous regions mainly. It's made out of hazelnut branches which are interwoven like that together, and it's always covered. This is another household from Maramures. We have the porch. On the porch, alongside the wolf teeth, which are always present to protect against evil spirits and bad things, okay? A lot of the shapes, they tend to be, you get mainly solar shapes or wolf teeth, you know. You have also a more Christian kind of symbol, so kind of a cross. On the other side, you have a construction to keep hay safe. Normally, this kind of construction would be found in the fields, not inside the village, because you want to store hay as close to the fields and bring it to the village during winter time when it snows, when normal peasants or farmers wouldn't have anything else to do. This is another homestead, this time from Harghita. This is eastern Transylvania. It's more orientated, that area is inhabited by sekeis, sicules. They were called sometimes in documents like this. The stables, they are very low because when space is low, it tends to heat up quicker. Okay, so this wouldn't be heated by anything. You wouldn't have a stove in here. Okay, so this during winter times would be heated by the heat of the animals themselves. The walls, however, it's still made out of wood. They are insulated with clay, you know, to make them white.
Yeah. So inside, is this still wood?
Yes. In front of us is a fenced homestead from an alpine region of Hunedoara in the mountains. Notice the very strong, the heavy fence that they build surrounding the house to protect against animals or intruders. As we go inside, notice that the fence isn't just for protection, it's also for, well, elaborated into these spaces, maybe to keep animals, for storage, etc.
So, do they use nails?
Yes, they use both metal nails made out of iron or wooden nails, like it's the case here, you know. The metal nails, the iron nails, they would be expensive. Okay, so whenever it was possible, they would try to use wooden nails. It's a typical Maramures structure, so a typical church from Maramures laid out in Gothic style, Neo-Gothic style. Notice the pointy roof, okay? Then the double eaves, that for the snow to not to fall down directly, so to be slightly done. Most of the churches in Maramures, late 19th century or early 20th century, they would get a porch like we see here, okay? So this would be a later addition. The porches, the pillars, the supporting arches, They are decorated in the shape of the ram horn. Okay, so solar symbol. Yeah, solar symbol. You always get the same symbolistics everywhere you go in the Romanian space.
Yeah.
And what is interesting here is if you notice the corners of the church, they are like a zigzag. Okay, like that. That is carved to represent the horse's head. Okay, so it's a symbol of the horse. We are now in front of another homestead from Maramures. Notice the big porch, the big gates at the entrance. The rope, which in this case means connection. We have the wolf teeth as always. We have the Hellenistic tree of life represented as a wine, grapes. We have the supporting arches above the small door. They represent the ram's horn. To make it even stronger, because this is a strong solar symbol about time renewal, they made these rosettas inside, who also represent the sun. Okay. An interesting thing to know about the gates in Maramures is that in the old days, only noblemen, so people of noble origin, would have been allowed to build such big gates. The normal peasants, the normal people there would not be allowed to build big gates like this. Windmills are specific to southeastern Romania. They would be used to grind cereals, to make flour, wheat, corn, oats, etc. They are powered by the wind. They have all the features to be turned according to the direction from where the wind would blow. The peasants, they were keen and they were intelligent. They knew that underground temperature was constant throughout the year, okay? And if you dig inside the earth, in the summer it would be cool, in the winter it would be warm, okay? So you make economies on firewood, for instance, or to ventilation, to cooling down the place. So this is why they sometimes they build the houses dug into the earth like this. The symbols, you have the rope, you have the tree of life represented, you see on the porch, on each side of the porch, on the corners. It's a mixture.